side with the 2. Scarlet Saga up. Play Vendetta by King 810. Alright. I'm cool with that. That sounds like a dope song. Is it new metal? Because it's Nut Metal Monday tonight. Gotta be sure it's Nut Metal. Oh, it sounds like I said nut meal. Oh, bro, pause. That shit sounds so nasty. You know what, attention fan? Part of me wanna, but like, I got a warning. I got a warning from YouTube. From the one time we reacted to HH, they gave me a stern talking to. It's like, you can't be playing that song. You're not even to say you're against it. I had to take a whole quiz, chat. I had to take a whole quiz. One of which, again, YouTube always do this shit. They make me take a quiz, and then they have a question that describe exactly what I did. It's like, someone's giving a presentation about so-and-so content and says that it is not good. Is it a violation? No, it ain't a violation because they say it ain't good. That's correct. That's what I fucking did on the stream. that got a warning. Whatever, bruh. What the fuck ever. Y'all, YouTube, y'all can just social media in general, chat. Like, low key, I am waiting for the day that all social media just goes down. I know coders. I'll just make my own damn website, like shit.
Taking a stand.
Because I'm so done with these social media sites. They all ass. I'm waiting for the day they all just go down. And I can just make my own website and do this shit. Because this shit cheeks, bruh. I can't even get my ad block browser to work on a... It's playing a fucking Vanguard ad right now. I can't even get the fucking... Ugh.
Comb. Handguns and drug runs, and I'm not on my own. I'm surrounded by dead ones, all people that I've known. And
yeah, exactly, Star. I had to write it on the chalkboard.
But now I'm in my zone, and it reminds me of the time that I lost my mind.
Oh God, Michigan metal scene.
I wouldn't let the world forget us. That's 100,000 people in me, all with vendettas. All with vendettas. All with vendettas. That's 100,000 people in me, all with vendettas. Those who killed a man, can I get a show of hands?
I mean, it's new metal.
Those who killed a man, can I get a show of hands?
And press my hands together and pray that God will understand.
Yeah, it is new metal. I don't know if I could. I don't know if it's good new metal.
Never knew it, and everyone is looking at me like there's rules to music. I am drawn to those that I can share the struggle with. Sadly, most of my peers are little fucking kids, and I know the betas and the universe is holographic, and there's collective.
Nah, bro. Bro did not just say betas. Bro did not just say betas. And all of them are betas. This is from 8 years ago, too. Like, before Beta Man was even a fucking thing. Come on. What is this?
And the universe is holographic, and there's collective the betas. Most of my peers are little fucking kids, and I know the betas, and the universe is holographic.
Bruh! You tried the fuck you recommended me, bruh. We might need to have mods crush his skull for this.
Everything I see in formulas, the zero zero point, my entrainment. Philo-taxis, patterns, universal disenchantment. All things past and present, space and time flow through me and I don't grow old. I have 100,000 people screaming from my soul. All with vendettas, all with vendettas, that's 100,000.
I'm seeing Roadrunner Records in the description. Of fucking course. Of fucking course it's Roadrunner Records. It's always Roadrunner Records. This song called Vendettas is by King 810. 810.
Can I get a show of hands?
You know what? There's only one thing to play after a song like that. There's only one thing.
It was a trick question. In the box.
Go on.
The most important tool is respect.
Ha! Gay!
Yeah, that's my thoughts on that song. That's my thoughts on that song.
Important tool.
Ha! Gay! Ha! Gay!
There we go. Yeah. All right. Let's wash that down with some Power Man 5000.
What is it relay? What's going on here? You got the system for total control. Now is there anybody out there? Now watch yourself for you, cause we can't go. What is it really that is in your head? One little life that you had just died. I'm gonna be the one that's taking over. Now this is what it's like when worlds collide. You ready to go? Got some ready to go. What you gonna do, baby, baby? You going with me? Got some going with you. That's the end of all time. What is it really that motivates you? The need to fly or this?
East out with the 2. Payback for making us listen to modern Yay. Ho. I'm not a hoe. You a hoe.
You can't decide, so we'll be your guide. And one by one, they will be chosen. Now this is what it's like when worlds collide. You ready to go? Got some ready to go. What you gonna do?
Now that I'm hearing this again, you know what? Low key, Power Man 5000 here just kind of sound like English oomph. Who here remember Oomph? It was like the other popular German rock band besides Rammstein. This just sound like English oomph.
What is it really when they're falling over? Everything you thought was denied. I'm gonna be that one that's taking over. Now this is what it's like when worlds collide. You ready to go? Got some ready to go. What you gonna
I feel you, Templar 5. Not enough blast beats. I do low-key wish nu metal had more blast beats. Oh, yeah, Tech XX. We've played that before too. We played that before. Alright. Alright, we just might. We just might. I'm feeling it. Let me load up the window. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta play Almost Dead. Almost dead. Almost dead. Yeah, from fucking Shadow the Hedgehog. Are you friend or fiend? I've told this story before, but I will never forget the night I showed this game to, like, my homies in Philly. They ain't grow up with Sonic the Hedgehog, so they didn't believe me when I told them, hey, yo, there's a game where you play as Sonic's edgy rival with, like, guns and shit. And they play Power Man 5000. And they're like, nah, you capping. You capping, no way. And then I brought out the game. Next time we was chilling at the one homie's crib, I brought my original Xbox and a copy of this game. They fucking lost it at the intro, bro. It was losing it at the intro. As soon as the fucking, like, guitar riff started with the no, you just get the shot of, like, you know, shadow, like the moon, and then Shadow's, like, cartoon gloves, like, fucking slamming a mag into a fucking assault rifle. It was like, no. They were tweaking, man. It was great. There is no greater feeling in the world than showing people who don't know about Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow the Hedgehog. This shit always funny. They always like, what the fuck is this? How did this get an E10 rating? How did anyone at Sega think this was a good idea? Blue Blader bought with a 2. Remember when everyone had this game back then? That too, bruh! At least when I was a kid, damn near everyone had this game. This was the Modern Warfare 2 before everyone had Modern Warfare 2. Before MW2 was a thing, I swear every fucking buddy had this game. At least where I grew up. Blue Blade Ball with the 2. Dude got into Sonic X and Sonic Advance 2 due to Shadow. Yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog was some people's like intro to the Sonic series. Cause, you know, like I said last stream, I probably said last stream, I came up from an area where you know, Shadow would have been popular. It's like, oh my god! It's like Sonic the Hedgehog, except you can shoot a shotgun. You can shoot an AK-47. That's amazing. I'm buying like 5 copies. 2 for me and 3 for the kids. Jigabus Lucas with the 5. Can you drop some bars about Shadow? I mean, I can quick try. I can't promise not, and I ain't much of a freestyler. I will always say that. As much as I love rapping and being a rapper, I cannot freestyle for shit. Let's see here. His name's Shadow. That's all I got. Way to put me on the spot, Jacob is Lucas. Way to put me on the spot. That's called motherfucking bars! Hold on. That's called motherfucking bars.
Now listen! That's called motherfucking bars, nigga! You know nothing about that!
You know nothing about that, Bow Wow! Why? Cause you're a mumble rapper!
Now listen! That's called motherfucking bars, nigga! You know nothing about that! Now listen! That's—
Oh, come on. Come on. They gotta show the full— Alright, we might just play the video. I love this. I love this clip so much. This is like the funniest clip to ever come out of freestyles on Flex.
Murder move! Now listen! That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that. You know why? Cause you a mumble rapper, Bow Wow, a mumble rapper. Lil Yachty, you don't want nothing too. Neither you niggas want nothing. Cause Murder Mook is standing right there. Put him on the fucking camera.
I love his fucking voice crack. It's so good. Put him on the fucking camera.
Bars, nigga. You know Murder Mook. Now listen. That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that. You know why? Cause you a mumble rapper, Bow Wow, a mumble rapper. Lil Yachty, you don't want.
Yeah, this was when like mumble rap and Lil Yachty and Lil Uzi Vert was like, you know, becoming a big thing, and like all the legacy hip hop stations was like, man, fuck this shit. Yeah, I don't even think Bow Wow was a mumble rapper. Bow Wow was just getting shade for no reason. Put him on the fucking camera. Oh, I love this clip so much. I love this clip so much. You know what else? Hold up. Funk Master. I always forget it's one. Lex. Bars. Okay. Tyler the Creator freestyle. Let's quick do this. I love this. Tyler the Creator.
Y'all just got a 3-hour interview. I'm cute as shit. We just let the world know you are a geek, goop, nerd, fuck.
Goop. He said goop. Goop. Oh my God, he said goop. All right, ready? Okay. DJ Juanito's on the set. We're going to throw this on and get a feel. Let's do it.
I just want you to keep in mind, we got Tyler the Creator, out of the closet, homosexual, well, I think bisexual rapper who loves to push people's buttons on a radio station of a very traditional, like old school macho hip hop. Gotta say pause after every other sentence. A radio host's show. And this is what bro come in with.
Okay, I'm freestyle. I said, free rock him. I might fly to Sweden to free him. Braid my wig, ASAP tat on my ribs. Switch with him, then I can fuck all the sweetened men that I wanna. Actually, I'm gonna heat it up real quick, motherfucker. I'm LeBron. Listen, Flex, we just met, but I know it don't seem like R. Kelly wet dreams. I always keep 16s, nigga. Me and Flex looking in the index for buff net niggas just for some hot butt sex.
You just start looking him in the eye.
I don't.
What made you?
Niggas playing around. This is right off the top. This is right off the cock. Me and Flex gonna go round the block and he gonna get.
He always gets
Tyler can't even finish it.
A little aggressive, right? A little aggressive. He always gets something that's a little aggressive. Where it makes your ear and your eyebrows go.
I don't got much else to say, so I'ma end this shit. Cause I got a little date with this dude real quick. We gonna go probably get some ice cream and do. Oh, wait a minute. He just got off his damn last shift. And he said that his mama can't do the dishes. So he gotta go help her. So I'ma go and weep and go look for someone on Yelp. But that's not a dating gap. So what you use? Tinder? Grindr? Get with all your niggas and get right behind them. What you gonna do me like your DM and slide them? Flex send me emoji.
No, there was no emoji. I ain't sending emoji.
I ain't sending
Now,
emoji.
Flex, why are you lying? Why you trying to play me like changing 50 Cent when he was dying trying just to get it? I spit it, I read it, hit it, and did it. You hit it, zit it, I kiss it, nigga. Scooby Dooby, Ooby the Looby. Me and Flex was cuddled up watching Scooby Doo, eating Scooby snacks. He said he wanted my boobies. I said I don't got him. He said whatever, nigga, I rock him. We soccer block him. I can rock him. Taka dock him. He don't eat pork. I thought this nigga was a salam alaikum. Y'all niggas crazy when he called me. I was at the lake, bruh. Think that I'm funny because I'm random. We could be together like a tandem. Man, it's weird as fuck. I keep flirting with Flex and he ain't trying to fuck. Now I'm confused, I'ma leave. I just think that he hate me. I thought I came here so he date me. He talking about a freestyle. Nigga, fuck rap. Fuck that. I was trying to take him back and take off that hat. And we could be like, wah, wah, wah on the lips. But that's weird as fuck, man.
Pause.
I'm talking about dick.
Pause.
Pause, nigga. Pause.
Pause.
When we leave, you gonna give me your info, so I call. Say, link when you back in New York. I'm trying to give away a bike. Maybe we should get some dinner at night, nigga.
Charles, Mr. Charles.
Fucking lying.
Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles, we there.
Look, man, say less, say less, say less, say less. It's your boy T-Man. All my niggas vegan. No, that's fucking weird, though.
Blue Blader, but I'm gonna hit your supers up real quick once this over.
Glitter on my nails, glitter on my neck. Niggas bitter as hell. They shit don't sell. I'm doing so well. I'ma probably build a building in the next 2 years. You wanna come? Nah, Flex, you wanna come?
He baited me for it.
Trying to come.
He baited me for it, right? He baited me for it. I didn't see that one. He baited me for it.
Trying to come.
He baited me for it, right? He baited me for it. I didn't see that one. He caught me off guard. He got me. He baited me for it.
Trying to come.
He baited me.
Nice. All right, Triple B with the 10. I remember hearing how Shadow was bad after reading reviews. I saw an ad for it back in the Sonic Riders manual. Ah, shit. I forgot about Sonic Riders. That's a memory unlocked, bro. I was baffled. I was like, how could a game about Shadow be bad? He's the coolest. He is the coolest. He is the coolest, Blue Blader bot. He's the coolest. He got, like, his color palette is red and black. And you know, whatever color they got for, like, his face. I don't know what specific shade that's supposed to be, but... And white for the gloves. He's the coolest. I should replay that game. I really should. It's been a minute. Triple B again with the 2. Also, it's because you started saying pause. I know I'm always saying pause. That's just because there's so many suspect sayings that just slip. Pause. You know, it's that's why I like the term pause. It lets people know that you ain't trying to flirt. It lets people know you ain't trying to flirt and that you acknowledge what you said was crazy. But it ain't got the same, like, connotations as, like, no diddy or, like no homo, no diddy. Like, that shit corny, in my opinion. The whole no homo, no diddy shit is corny. But pause, you know, you can say that in any context and be like, look, I ain't trying to be too out of pocket. I ain't trying to be flirty, but this is how I feel about the situation. Eastside with the 2. The toilet in ScarJo lore is a week apart. Damn. Okay. All right, let's check that out. I'm gonna hit up. Here, let me run this back while I browse Eastside's channel for the.
This is right off the
for the new shit. Oh wait, no, it ain't on the. On his channel, it's on like his other channel.
That's a little aggressive, right? A little aggressive. You always get something that's a little aggressive, where it makes your ear and your eyebrows go.
I don't got much else to say, so I'ma end this shit. Cause I got a little date with this dude real quick. We gon' go probably get some ice cream and do. Oh, wait a minute. He just got off his damn last shift and he said that his mama can't.
Is
do
it Black Widow
so
framed
he gotta
me?
Go help her. So I'ma go and weep and go look for someone on Yelp. But that's not a dating gap. So what you use? Tinder, Grindr, get with all your niggas and get right behind them. What you gon' do me?
Oh man. Yep, it's this. Alright. We about to watch this. What's going on here?
If you wanna watch a show, pussy cow. Cartoons on the go, pussy cow. If you wanna have some fun, you can beat up on a nun. But if you wanna watch a show, pussy cow.
Scarlett_Johansson sent $5. Carrie, hello. I'm real Scarlett Johansson. I having many medical expense. Please help me in this hard time. Fans like you make survive possible.
Help
Is that
you?
House of the Dead 2 music? Let's fucking go.
What was the name of your movie? Miss Marvel? No! No, 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 no! Oh, Christ. What was the name of her movie? And I gotta help you? Are you out of your fucking mind?
Well, no shit.
I'm not falling for that stupid bullshit again. Again, you were the lead queen of a fucking Marvel movie. Forget the name of your character, but you were like the you were the Bruce Lee or the Jackie Chan as a female in that film, and you kicked ass, and you made money up the ass. How many homes do you own now? East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah, I ain't noticed that, chat. Yeah, again? I ain't falling for that again? What you mean, Perry? Perry, the fuck you mean by again? Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well. I don't know. Christ. Oh, but help me with my medical bill.
By the way, Perry, don't act so hoity-toity. You did fall for that not too long ago. So now, thank God, you're more attuned to it. So,
fuck you!
Yeah, for those of you not on Patreon, you might not know this, but this is a few weeks ago. Perry is on X, right? And he gets a postcard. Can you pay attention, please?
Yeah.
Perry gets a postcard from... Do you have any of those postcards right there you can just quickly show? Or... Oh, yeah, stack them. Just show one. Just show one.
Oh, what are these? What are these?
Show one.
Here's the...
Perry, I just want a quick reference of the Scarlet postcard. That's all I want.
Scarlet.
There we go. Okay, they're good enough. So he gets one of these postcards in the mail, and you can put them down now, Perry. You can put them down now. He gets a postcard, and then he goes on Twitter looking for Scarlett Johansson, of course. Of course, he doesn't find Scarlett. He finds one like Scarlett Real Approved Fan Page or whatever, you know. And he writes, I got your, whatever. What was it? I don't remember what exactly he said. It was something. I got your boy. Are you okay? Are you healing better? And it doesn't take too long for the person on the other end, whoever it is, to be like, wow, this guy's kind of a bird brain. I wonder if I can get them to give me money. And
No, don't tell me, bro, you got scammed by a Scarlett Johansson fan account. Please tell me that ain't the case. Please tell me, bro. You know, it'd be even funnier if it was actually Scarlett Johansson herself. If Scarlett, like, saw a DM from Perry and just thought, yo, bro, here's an easy lick. Let's fucking go. That'd be... Because, like, what the fuck would be the motive? She got, like, all the fucking money. Jacob is Lucas with the 5. I'd watch you play the Oblivion remake. I actually got recommended that not too long ago. Because I've played Skyrim, right? I've played Skyrim before, but I never played Oblivion. I've been meaning to play Oblivion, and I've been meaning to play Morrowind. But I only ever got to Skyrim. I don't know why. Also, I have the first two, like, Elder Scrolls games as well. I just realized, yeah, bruh, I gotta play them Jones too, because, like, I got them in a bundle on Good Old Games, like, way back, and I never loaded them up. You know what, chat? Maybe one of these weeks we'll just do an Elder Scrolls, like, just an Elder Scrolls week. We try to knock out one Elder Scrolls game a day. You know, the first John, the second game, Morrowind, is Oblivion 4? I'm guessing Oblivion's 4. Just try them all out. Because again, I only ever played Skyrim. I got Skyrim on PS3. Had that since like 2012, I want to say.
Of course.
But you should play more games on stream. I've been meaning to. Like, I want to play more games and I want to do more music production. Like, I want to do a streaming series where we remake Graduation. Because I already saw people in chat was like, yo, what are the He Made Graduation people gonna say now after Cuck's been leaked? And you know what? It like earlier today I just had the idea, like, what if we remake Graduation, chat? What if I remade Graduation? That way when I inevitably get myself into some controversy, you know, cuz every YouTuber musician on the fucking planet, you know, gets into it at least once. You know, at least when that inevitably happens, y'all can be like, but he remade Graduation. Y'all can say I remade Graduation and it'll all be better. Because apparently it works. It worked for Kanye for a solid 10 years. You know, it could probably work for me for at least 5. Yeah, if it can work for Kanye for 10 years, it can work for me for at least 5. So we go remake Graduation so y'all can use that. It's for your benefit, chat, your benefit. Oh, man. Triple B with the 5. Fun fact, Rouge the Bat was based on Jennifer Lopez. Huh. Really? Like, I can see it, but I never thought about it. This means that if Shadow is into Rouge like that, he canonically loves Latinas. Like the movie. Yo, I have seen that debate floating around Twitter here and there. I have seen that debate. People on Twitter have been like, I don't know, what's the fucking word for it? Like race coding? I guess you could call it. I don't know. Like I'm guessing that the term for it, Rouge the Bat as like Latina. It's like I could see it. Matter of fact, where's the one? Can I find the one picture? Can I find the one on like Google Images? It gotta be somewhere. I know I ain't tripping. I know I've seen it before. There's like Rouge the Bat braiding Knuckles' hair. She like, yeah, first result. Yeah. I fucking love this image. Just like braiding his hair. I love this. I don't know what it is about this picture, but it make me giggle. It make me giggle, chat. It do. Nicholas with the 5. If you play Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall. Okay. I was tripping for a second. I was like, what the hell is ES? Elder Scrolls. We was just talking about it. Play with Daggerfall Unity. Is that a source port or is that like a thing in the game to like optimize my player experience? Because again, I never really play like I have Elder Scrolls 2, like I said, but I never play it. So like,
and I reminded him that he had to put on this costume today, and you know, which he did, and he was sending me updates like pictures and you know. And
yo, facts, Tech XX. I remember there was like a whole debacle about like people drawing human Knuckles, and nobody could agree on, you know, what fucking race to make of. It was like, bruh, it's fucking Sonic characters. It ain't that fucking deep, bruh. Just whoever the fuck.
In the thing, and he's very proud, and I just want to see.
That the thing with Sonic, its lore, its premise and lore is so all over the goddamn place. You could practically do whatever the fuck you want within reason. You know. But you could do practically, you could interpret them however the fuck you want because there's no rules. At least up until they made a lore department. I heard Sega made a lore department for Sonic because shit got so fucking crazy. And then Nicholas with the 2. Fun fact, Sonic is partly based on Bill Clinton. Really? I don't know. Some of these Jennifer Lopez, Bill Clinton comparisons, I feel like y'all capping. I feel like y'all just saying shit to fuck with me now. Yeah, there do be a Sonic Bible now. Yeah, because Sega want to be like, okay, obviously, letting people from different regions like Ken Penders do whatever the fuck they want for decades was a bad idea. Obviously, that ain't work in the long run. So I guess we making an official lore Bible now. Isa with the 2. Do ScarJo first. Gino Corona roasted Perry hard. Is it in this video? What video is that in, Issei? I need you to direct me to the videos, cause I don't know where to look. I'm just like looking on this channel here. Is there like a video with like ScarJo in the name? I just need someone to, I just need you to point me to where it's at and I'll react to it. In the meantime, let me wait. No, that's the toothbrush saga. Where the fuck the video I was just reacting to?
Yes.
No, that's Brian. That's Gilded Poo talking about Brian Mullins, dumbass. Where's the video I was just reacting to? What the fuck? Okay, I guess I just lost it.
And of course,
and it started speculation with the 2. We'd say he made Drift King. I did make Drift King. Okay, so when I inevitably get caught, I don't know. what's the over the top thing? Punting what? Punting what at the local? Punting something. Punting Baby's got that edgy mid 2000s 4chan vibe, but it's too easy. It's too easy. It's too easy of a hypothetical. Got to be punting something funnier. Let's see here. Punting government classified documents. Throwing honey buns at the homeless. Liking Doom 3. I like these. Y'all better at coming up with these than me. Triple B with the 5. I remember a similar controversy with Steven Universe, at least with SU. There was an argument about how gems were coded. It was still a stupid debacle. It is a stupid debacle. They from another planet. How they supposed to be coded to any particular reason when they from another fucking planet? I only ever watched the show like a handful of times. Ain't they supposed to be from another planet, like some Transformers shit? You know, they're supposed to be like the Autobot gems and the Decepticon gems fighting for what like the big fat pink weenie, you know, wanted them to do whatever after she passed and shit. Like the whole point is that they're from another fucking planet. So how are you supposed to code them to any particular region? That don't even make sense. Oh man. Black Dragon Baron been a lost soul for 20 months. Almost 2 years, bro. That's what's up. But he made evals. Exactly. I did make evals. And you can get evals on Bandcamp and listen to it on Spotify and shit. And the CDs and vinyls will be coming soon. CDs and vinyls will be coming soon. But yes, I did make that. Yeah, there we go. He made Drift King. He made evals. Soon it will be. But he remade Graduation. You know, we gonna have all of them ready. we gotta have all the signature Johns ready for y'all to, throw out when the public inevitably finds a reason to hate me.
It was, hey, I'd like.
Won't be
I need
long
to pay
now.
for some medical funds, and what does Perry do? Goes right to his wallet and types in full details of his credit card and God knows what else. I'll play a little clip of that, but this was the voicemail I got, and again,
if this bullshit goes over the air again, I will.
No. This helps people. This can help people prevent scam. That's why I'm putting it out. This is a public service.
Yeah, it's a public service, letting people know the dangers of scams online.
It's out to fucking ruin me, asshole.
No. Hey. Who's out to ruin you? You, by doing stuff like this. Who's the guy that has to come to your rescue? Me. Okay? A couple weeks ago.
Tom, it's Perry. Yeah, it's about. I believe I did something incredibly stupid, and I.
Oh, you think?
Oh boy! Hope to God you can fix that for me. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! I may have just given away all my information and funds. Oh God!
To Scarlett Johansson.
Right now.
Now Scarlett Johansson has all of my bank account info.
Oh fuck! Oops! I thought I was talking to Scarlett Johansson, but the language being used does not appear like Scarlett Johansson's way of talking in English. I just didn't like what I was reading. And again,
Star, you bring up a great
idiot,
point.
I gave out my information. God damn it.
Yeah, that is crazy. Look, she's a treasure hunter, okay? She's a treasure hunter.
Please, call me back.
She's like Jackie Chan from Jackie Chan Adventures. Except without the... I don't know, do she know martial arts? Can Rouge fight? I guess so. She was in Sonic Battle.
But yeah, so Perry, I will give you a compliment here. You did figure it out eventually, because why? The account you were talking to started typing in very broken English.
Just shut up.
No, I'm asking a question. What if people fall for this? This helps them.
I don't even remember, but what I do know is that the stupidity of me, I'm not opening up my wallet again for the internet.
Okay.
Ever.
Famous last words. The full phone call is on Patreon, and it's about 40 minutes long, but here's a little clip.
Oh, that's great. Low-key, that's pretty funny. It's like, yeah, you can hear the whole phone call of Perry getting into a stupid mess with a Scarlett Johansson scam account. But it's behind a paywall. That, you know what? People been saying, like, the day's coming. The day's coming of quality content behind paywalls is coming now that the dead internet theory is becoming more and more real. And you know what? If that's the quality content, I'm down. I'm down, low-key. I might subscribe just for that.
Fuck you fucking retards!
I like the guy in the back just chilling.
What's going on?
Run that back. I love bro in the back just chilling. Meanwhile, his homie on the fucking computer desk crashing out.
Fuck you fucking retards!
Finally!
What's going on? I'm incredibly busy. What's going on?
Oh fuck, dude, you're gonna kill me. You're gonna fucking kill me.
What now?
I think I gave another fake Scarlett Johansson.
Another fake Scarlett Johansson. I just love the implication that he fell for Scarlett Johansson twice. Okay, it would be one thing if it was two separate celebrities, but the idea that it's Scarlett Johansson twice Make shit even funnier.
My private info again, like a fucking idiot. Again.
Whoa. How is that even possible?
She said she had medical expenses and she wanted her fans to chip in to help for her expenses.
Okay, so a multi-millionaire A-list actress needs help with her medical bills and needs a guy like you to chip in to cover her bills.
You know, now that I think about it, it sounds more majorly stupid than ever before.
Oh, this is so good. Perry! How do you fall for Scarlett Johansson scams twice? Okay, I can imagine one Scarlett Johansson scam, but 2 times is crazy. No wonder you keep Tom around. No matter how much you scream at Tom, no wonder you gotta keep Tom around. 'Cause goddamn, twice. That's 2 paydays for the scammers. That's 2 GTA heists with the same template. You said with the 2. There's a reason I chose this background music. Just wait. Oh, I'll bet. Oh, this is gonna be so good.
Nothing more to say. Nothing more to say.
Well, what would you say to people that might find themselves in this situation? Okay. What would you say to those people? We're over here, Perry. I don't know where you're looking at. We're over here.
You don't want to know what I would say because it wouldn't be pretty.
Well, no. What do you say to Pete Perry? You see, as usual, you're not following along. What would you say to somebody who is a victim of a scam like this? How do you avoid the traps? As someone who's been through it many times.
With Scarlett Johansson.
Do not take these phone calls. Do not take these messages on your cell phone or on your internet, whatever. Do not take these types of calls. Well, can you help me with my medical bills? You know, if you don't know the person personally, and you don't have their one-on-one phone number and their one-on-one contact, and you don't see them on a daily, regular basis, like if you're not family or close friends or business partners or business associates, these calls from total strangers, like, for example,
except Perry, in your case, this wasn't a call, and in your case, this person didn't even seek you out. You sought them out, and after engaging with this person for however long you did, they immediately got an understanding of what kind of guy you are and thought you were very dupable, and that's what happened. You sought them out. As usual, you hack yourself.
No, yeah. Dupable.
Yeah. The Perry gives out his phone number, gives out his thing, God knows what else.
Yeah, don't give out your info, chat. Don't give out your info. Is the main that's the main thing. In fact, I highly advise everyone hit up Incogni or Delete Me, not a sponsor, tubes, and get your shit scrubbed. Okay? You have no idea how much of your shit, phone numbers, addresses, all that shit, get sold by these social media companies and just are on the internet. So I can't recommend it enough. I can't recommend the shit enough. But again, not a sponsor, tubes. Although we could probably get that sponsorship if I wanted to. Triple B with the 5. Say what you will about Rouge the Bat. She had the worst levels in Sonic Adventure 2. Facts. Best music, though. Best music. Worst levels. Also, did you hear about Low T trying to scrap with Cyrax? Bro, a bish. No, he didn't just try to scrap. Bro knocked Chance the fuck out. Bro laid the goblin flat. We all heard the I loved the fucking noise Chance made when he got punched. It was so funny. He's like, sounded like a fucking Street Fighter 2 knockout noise. Like, But yeah, Low T's stupid. Low T's stupid. I know for a fact that William Gloryhole and his friends have been giving Low T the business for a couple weeks now, and it's been interesting. I don't really talk much about Cyrax no more because I'm gonna keep it a buck. I just don't like that community. I'm gonna keep it a 100, 1,000, you know, a $1.50 and a coupon. I just do not care for that particular side of the internet anymore. It was fun through 2023, 2022, 2023 during the peak of Cyrax content, but like, damn. Some of them motherfuckers crazy. Too crazy for me to be around. Sweet Betty G with the 5. I'm 5 minutes behind. Rouge's legs are strong as Knuckles' fists. She can fight. Okay, good. I'm glad you ended that with she can fight. Okay. I'm glad you ended it talking about her fighting capabilities. because there was a part of me, there was that cynical part of me who's been on the internet too long, who was worried that Super better go way left. I was worried. You had me worried there for a sec that we was about to experience some unwarranted freakery. Cause the internet be like that, chat. The internet just be like that. I wish there was more we could do about it, but we can't. But there ain't much of anything we can't. If you don't laugh, you cry. We can either laugh or cry about it, and I'd prefer to laugh.
And
not anymore.
Not anymore. Now it's different. Now things clean slate, everybody. Now things are. How about we have a new rule?
Why am I the resident weird bull? The fuck did I do or say?
You gotta give money to anybody.
Okay, but especially
on
celebrities.
the internet.
Especially celebrities.
Especially anybody on the internet. Again, internet, no money.
What did I do to be the weird bull?
Unless I'm at like a.
He says with the Evel's medallion on his avatar.
A
character he.
Store that I go to.
Actually, nothing. Why did we make Evel's buff?
That's not what we're talking about.
Really, it's the only character creator I've ever seen where you could make a character as buff. I don't know what was up with Blinks 2's character creator, but it's the only character creator I know of where you could make someone cut. You could do the same with the pigs too, because like you can make the time sweepers, and then you can make like the pig bandits as well. You make a pig bandit character. You can also make them cut. Yeah, I don't know why they just give you the option to do that.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny.
You know, this is like a family member, and it's like an in-person thing. You know,
not on the internet. It's face to face.
Right. They wouldn't be. Yes, exactly.
I probably would like The Sims, except I never played it.
Maybe this
I need to
should be our
play
deep
The
dive
Sims.
topic for tomorrow, because I kind of want to go.
I played
over that.
Sim City once
There's the
on the
Danica Patrick
PlayStation.
thing, and
That's
then
about
there's
it.
Also, the previous call with Scarlett, and I think it would be interesting for you to listen to those and comment on them. I think I might be changing the stream tomorrow on the fly, because this is so kind of
what?
I'm more talking to the audience, but I never expect you to be following along. I'm saying this could be our topic for tomorrow instead of the we could say.
Oh yeah, Soul Calibur. I'm forgetting Soul Calibur.
Okay,
you can make real freaks of nature on Soul Calibur as well.
Seep out of your ears and close your lips. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying let's talk about this topic tomorrow for the.
Eastside. What was?
Patreon streams. I like
1, 2, 3 in chat. If you remember the name of that one bull who made like
kind of like really dive.
There was that one freak bull who made what was it? Top 10 Sonic. Yeah, this. Yeah, bro. Who remember this? Oh my god. Yeah, German 985. Top 10 hottest Sonic female characters. What was? I could have sworn his name was like Guptil or something. I think like. Also, why is there a sequel? Why is there a sequel by someone else? Why is what? Why are there more people? Why are more people doing this? How is there more than one? It should have ended at the one. I'm seeing another one. I'm seeing what looked like. Okay, for a sec I thought that was FD Signifier. Okay, good. I was about to crash out. There's this guy. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Okay, good. There's only... Oh no, the shorts! Not the shorts! Not the shorts too! Oh, bro. Not the YouTube shorts. Oh, not the YouTube shorts, chat. I thought maybe it ended with just the 3. But we got the YouTube shorts. Nah, bro. Internet's cooked. Internet's cooked. We gotta start over.
So yeah, Matt says deep dive scams. Like maybe I'll come on. We'll go over the past scams, and there's some that you guys don't even know about. There's some that some people know about. But yeah, I think that could be a good idea. We'll save the tattoo for another day. I think this is important. And
tattoo's going nowhere. Reject.
Thank you. Yes.
Fucking imbecile.
I'm aware, Barry. Anyway, we'll do that.
God fucking
almighty.
You're just tuning in late. We're gonna have we're having
the fucking shorts, bruh. I thought we were in the clear after only there being like 3 videos, and then the shorts was just like, nah, bro, hold my beer, hold my beer.
Loved hearing about Perry getting scammed by fake Scarlett Johansson on Patreon this week. As everyone knows, hearing Perry get scammed makes me wetter than the floor during a toddler's bath. You know, it's a shame they didn't get any money out of him. The good news is
yeah, because he broke.
This fat tub of goo is more predictable than an episode of Scooby-Doo. Perry giving his credit card to scammers in an attempt to get laid is up there with death taxes, and Perry claiming he'll be in the snow. Much like never being in the snow, this sentient pile of mashed potatoes who failed a Turing test will also never get laid. Quick, Perry, tell us how you're just waiting for the right woman just days after getting scammed trying to get laid.
You are the most evilest, wickedest witch ever.
You didn't answer the question, Perry.
Go fuck
you didn't answer the question. You didn't answer the question, Perry.
And why do I turn you on so much? Why do you keep coming on my stream?
Well, probably for that picture in the background if it's turning her on.
Sick weirdo.
I think she specifically said she was turned on when you get scammed. I don't know if that equates to...
She's a fucking witch.
Ah, so she into Findom.
Like my sister-in-law, a little witch.
Happy Day Z sent a $5 super chat. Once upon a time, a very horny Kevin Spacey hung out around young skaters and tried talking to them. His favorite place to go?
Oh, shut up, you lying whack-off. Stupid, disgusting, lying whack-off. Kevin Spacey.
I like that Star-cooked internet theory. That's my theory. My theory is the internet's cooked. We gotta enjoy it while it lasts.
At a skateboard park.
I don't think we got much longer.
I met him one time when I was a kid back in Palm Springs.
Oh no, Kevin Spacey. Oh no, Perry, you don't want to say that. You might get murked. You might get that been happening to everyone whoever met Kevin Spacey when they was young.
Way
I'm just
before
saying.
my auto accident. Way before then. I don't even remember the month it was that he was in the desert when I met the guy. But when I was doing my
Why was y'all in the desert?
outside of the ice cream store.
Ice cream store in the desert with Kevin Spacey? What the fuck is this scenario, Perry? What the fuck are you describing? What is this sitcom episode head-ass story you telling? Where when you was a kid, you was chilling with Kevin Spacey at an ice cream store in the fucking desert? What is this?
Street. I don't remember if it was spring break or winter time or whatever. If it was 78 or 79. I believe it was 79, I believe. But again, I do not remember exactly when I met the person.
It is, unless it's a tundra. Because he don't even recall if it was snowing or if it was dry. So for all we know, it could have been a tundra. An ice cream store in a tundra. That would have...
That was amazing.
That'd be stupid.
TV show that he did back then that we all knew him from.
I don't know. Maybe in like Alaska or like northern Canada, they like their ice cream still. Because ice cream's still good.
So there.
Pogo, dumpling. I also sent shirts to your casa. Am I going to have to send these to your P.O. box? Are you that lazy that all you do is check your mailbox for postcards and leave the rest of the mail in the mailbox? Stop being a cum slut.
I sent you a jar of my semen-covered cookies.
What? I quick look over to check the levels on my audio interface, and I just hear that in my headphones. What the fuck? Set what?
Being a cum slut.
Hold the fuck up.
I sent you a jar of my semen-covered cookies, the ones your father used to adore. Now, they're not heavy on the sugar, as you want to make sure.
Bruh! That super chat is diabolical! What the
I
fuck?
sent you a jar of my semen-covered cookies, the ones your father used to adore. Now,
Ow, fuck it!
as you want to make sure you do not get type 2 adult onset diabetes. I sent that 2 weeks ago. You lazy prick.
I mean, I guess that would be my response too to a super chat like that. I'd probably just tell bro, fuck you too. I mean, what other response can you have to that? What other response is there? I'll send you a jar of my Shima cup. That's nasty work, bro.
Oh, fuck yourself.
That's nasty.
Lazy prick. That's exactly what you are.
I like the Dig Dug.
Dog shit.
The Dig Dug remix in the background.
Now I'm gonna go to Big Five and buy a baseball bat and smack somebody's head wide open. Don't talk like that, stupid. Sorry for talking like that, stupid. And I don't send anybody mail to my home anymore. My home is for bills and only bills.
Only bills.
Lots of times I get shit in my home mailbox and I just throw it in the trash. And if you keep sending me shit to my home, it goes in the garbage.
What if it's DoorDash?
PO Box only. That's 18.
I don't know. Do people still send him DoorDash? I feel like that's an older thing.
Oh shit. 18924. I believe it's. What's my PO Box address? 189. It's Southside, so it's.
Well, I'm not trying to dox his P.O. box. I
send things to Perry.
do not encourage y'all to send anything to Perry's place.
Unless you're Kevin Spacey and you want to send a check, that's cool. But barring that, don't send anything to Perry.
Even sending it to my apartment, I don't want your money. Well,
he wants your money.
But he's not sending me any money, legit money.
No, he's sending me these weird cookies with this glaze on it. I think it's supposed to be sugar cookies with vanilla glaze, but it don't taste like vanilla. It's real salty for some reason.
If it's not a money order or a cashier's check, I don't trust it, nor do I believe it.
It's still real to me, damn it!
GT905703 send a $5 super chat. Francis. Say sorry to Tom for needing to be trained like an old dog, and Sheba for saying she's bony when you made hot passionate love to her.
I'm not saying these things because I did not make hot passionate love to a bony, disgusting whack off. It was gross. I was forced into a situation, and I got the job done to get out of there.
Got the job done.
Okay.
Perry, who's that bitch that does your hair? Why are you talking to other women still? No more. It's just you and me once I move in.
You're not
Be
moving
faithful
in.
or else you will love me on this earth or off it.
I don't want anything to do with
Just
you.
love me now while we're both still here.
No,
Saya
I don't
soon.
want to have a damn thing
Saya
to do with
soon.
you, murdering whack job.
I like that.
Love me now.
I think when
while
Cyan's
we are
back,
still
well, and like he's heading out, I think I'll say
here.
that.
I'm
See if
not
it
gonna
throw him
be
off.
anywhere near you, psychopath. You're not a California girl, and you're not my type.
What the fuck is that? What's that supposed to mean?
Idiot.
What is that weird flopping of the hands supposed to convey? I'm confused.
Scarlett Johansson? Really? Perry, I've fought brain dead opponents in MMA, but even they didn't hand me their bank info over Twitter. You're a walking gift bag for scammers. If it makes you feel better, I'll send you some of Jim's cum rags for you to suck on.
Oh, fuck you, you disgusting whack off. Send me some of Jim's cum bags.
I mean, that's still not as out of pocket as the fucking cookies. The cookies were the wildest shit I think I ever fucking heard.
Ugh. Yeah, and then you're gonna send me a shitty garbage sandwich with pickles on it.
Cookie would prance around the beach in women's lingerie, hoping that he could trick some of the local beefcake into taking his tight Italian ass to Pound Town.
Why are his supers the funniest? The fucking breath of a Pound Town was that was hysterical. Why bro gotta take a breath of a Pound Town? Pause.
Pickles on it.
Cookie would prance around the beach in women's lingerie, hoping that he could trick some of the local beefcake into taking his tight Italian ass to Pound Town. Cookie was the gayest motherfucker that ever lived and passed that gayness on to Perry.
Wilford Brimley, keep dreaming, you lying fuck. Cookie. That was not his name, nor was it his nickname, you lying fuck. These jagoffs that are fucking part of this idiotic stream is turning my dad's nickname, which he never had a nickname. He always went by his name. And you've got
Cookie.
enough names on the internet now, so I'm not saying anything more.
It was Cookie, wasn't it?
Jerk off.
Jim and I drove by the skate park to see where he was after Tom became concerned. Perry was there. He was just standing around holding a skateboard, trying to buddy up to the kids there. It was pathetic. We just turned around and went home.
Liars.
Oh my god, that was great. That was great. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. Oh, Perry's live. Neat. Okay, we wanted to talk about more dictators. We was getting to the dictator shit. Yeah! Dictators were some freaky fellas.
Nguema.
Yeah, alright. Francisco. God, I hate this UI chat. I don't know why it irks me. When and why did like media players start doing this like obtrusive UI shit? Like just have the timestamp and play button and all that under the video. Just put it under the video. You're blocking all this. I can't read this shit. And it's like all media players now. I miss Windows Media Player Classic. Like, I technically have it. I technically have Media Player Classic. But I hate this shit. This shit bugged me so much. And it's on goddamn everything. It's on here. It's on Twitter. It's on Blue Sky. It's on fucking Twitch. It's on... I think it might even be on Odyssey. It's like, I don't want the play button here. I want it under shit.
Probably the most insane dictator ever, period, possibly. But almost certainly on this list was Francisco Macias Nguema, the leader of Equatorial Guinea from 1968 to 1979. Macias is also known as the Pol Pot of Africa, which would make quite a bit more sense to you if I had time to cover the actual Pol Pot like I had planned to. And, okay, you know what? It. I make the rules around here. Pol Pot lightning round. Pol Pot. Pol Pot was the communist dictator of Cambodia from 1963 to 1981, and in that time perpetuated a literal genocide against his own people, creatively called the Cambodian Genocide. So, not a very cool dude. As you can tell, not very cash money at all. Pol Pot was born in 1925, was originally named Soloth Sar, and by all accounts was born to a comparatively quite rich family by Cambodian standards, and was educated in some of the finest schools in Cambodia and Paris, which shocked the shit out of me, honestly, when I first learned that, as it makes no sense at all, given, well, literally everything he did after coming to power, but we'll get there in a sec. And educated is also kind of a misnomer. There, he went to the finest schools in Cambodia and France.
Yeah, he went there. Yeah, I know that feeling. I know some people who went to some really, prestigious educational institutions. They went. They were present. You saw with the two. Yes, the toothbrush and chicken was a donation. Great times, yo. I'm glad we got you to document this Perry shit, Isai, because you the GOAT for that. Because I ain't got the time to sit through all the Perry stuff. Because, like, he streamed for a while at a time.
He actually made a very active effort not to learn fucking anything in school, which, unlike him being born rich, actually makes completely perfect sense with what he does after coming to power. Just wanted to, that's necessary context. Instead of going to school to learn stuff, Tsar instead spent his time in Paris being radicalized by communist revolutionaries bent on overthrowing French rule and changing his name to Pol Pot, short for potential politique or potential politics in French. And if you have no idea what the fuck that means, or the significance of it in any way, I'm right there with you, brother, but this is a lightning round, and we are moving the fuck on, okay? All I know is it sounds cool when the dead Kennedys say it, and that's all you have to know, too. After failing all of his classes in Paris from, once again, making an active effort not to learn shit and doing communist revolutionary type beat things instead of his homework, Pot returned to Cambodia in 1953, where he galvanized left-wing elements in the country to form the Communist Party of Kampuchea, which is the Cambodians' native official term for Cambodia. During the Vietnam War in the 1960s, very callous decisions made by Richard Nixon, and particularly by the dead asshole Henry Kissinger, led to the United States bombing the absolute living shit out of Cambodia, killing thousands of citizens in exchange for trying to hit South Vietnamese targets that were hiding in the neighboring country, Cambodia. It was kind of similar to the situation going on in Palestine today, actually. Pretty messed up stuff. Author and professional chef Anthony Bourdain put the situation pretty well, saying, quote, "Once you've been to Cambodia, you'll never stop wanting to beat Henry Kissinger to death with your bare hands." This intense bombing campaign caused public opinion in Cambodia to shift away from the US-aligned Cambodian monarchy and toward revolutionary groups like Pol Pot's CPK. The CPK grew in power and numbers, and eventually
that'll
overthrew
happen
the
when
Cambodian
you just start
government
bombing
and
shit
had
out of
complete
nowhere.
control over the entire country by 1975. Pol Pot then used this complete control to, well, institute some very outlandish, preposterous, illogical, and, in a word, stupid fucking policies. Pol's goals here were mainly based on the idea that Cambodia needed to free itself from the shackles of modern urban capitalism and return to an agrarian society of humble farmers, which would then naturally somehow turn...
I know where this is going. General population will have sand to eat and nothing else. Meanwhile, like a solid 10 people will live in like a giant palace, bigger than the fucking capital city. Great. Yep, I bet we all see it coming. Eastside with the 2. End the day at 96 for more clips. Has Randy sing country. Randy Callahan? From 1992? Do he got a song about 1992? That's the real question.
Turn into a communist utopia. Much like many things about communism, this all sounds pretty good on paper, but in reality, well, you'll see. To achieve this goal, Mr. Pot forcibly relocated everyone in the cities and urban areas out into the Cambodian farmland to work, and replaced the few necessary positions filled by people in these urban areas with uneducated Cambodian farmers. He basically did a little switcheroo.
So basically just switched everyone. Just why?
There, you know, he took away as much urban shit as he could, but the few things that needed to be done, he put the farmers in, and he just took everyone else and put them to farming. This was fucking stupid, like I said, and led to both complete mismanagement of important civil functions by the uneducated farmers who were used to, farming, as well as a total food crisis spurred by the educated urbanites now forced to farm, who were used to doing, I don't know, the important urban civil functions that the farmers were now fucking up and not farming, This whole thing was a complete and utter disaster, but Pol Pot was determined to push forward anyway and cover up all the cracks in his shit-filled plan with the flex tape that is mass murder.
Pol Pot.
Here for
genocide.
See, the way they thought about it, there was no food, right?
Right.
But, hey, if there's also no people to eat the food, then there's no problem, right? That makes sense, right? Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
This appears to me to be just exactly how Pol Pot and his regime, known as the Khmer Rouge, saw things as they started killing people, many of which pretty much indiscriminately for the smallest of things that made absolutely no sense. Here is just a short list of things that could and probably would get you killed in Pol Pot's Cambodia. Being against the Pol Pot government, being against communism, being Vietnamese, being Chinese, being Thai, being any kind of ethnic minority, really, being a religious minority, being a Buddhist monk, being previously rich, being educated, being able to speak multiple languages, just vaguely seeming smart.
He said semen.
Literally just wearing eyeglasses.
What? Just glasses? Bruh. What is this, an old 90s cartoon? Everyone with glasses is some, like, you know, Poindexter who can, like, make a goddamn plane out of a fucking calculator from math class? What the fuck?
And finally, being a human male. Or woman or child, but mostly a human male. That made it just slightly more likely. By the time Pol Pot was removed from power, his regime had killed more than a quarter of Cambodia's total population. This led to the forced labor farmland, which Pol Pot had basically turned the entire country of Cambodia into, being referred to as, quote, the killing fields. And a common phrase said by the Khmer Rouge militia to those they executed was, to keep you is no profit, to destroy you is no loss, before they would usually murder the poor soul with a pickaxe in order to save bullets, and then bury their body.
This one's depressing. At least back when we was covering Gaddafi, you know, we had that hilarious picture of bro getting, like, jerseyed up with some fucking random German, like, hockey team. This one's just depressing. This one's just
shallow
sad.
Grave under the field to act as fertilizer. They literally used their bodies to grow more food. They actually served a greater purpose in their fucked up minds, dead than alive. It was pretty fucking grim. And now that you know exactly how grim, let's get back to why Francisco Macias Nguema was known as the Pol Pot of Africa. Francisco Macias Nguema. Okay, so as Macias was once again called the Pol Pot of Africa.
Did he do funny stuff? Like I said, I'm here for the funny, not so much for the sad, depressing shit.
He's obviously pretty similar to the guy in many ways, but also very similar to that last dude, Bokassa, the emperor.
See, Bokassa,
of
he
Africa,
had some
except
funny things.
Somehow even more insane. And in this case, I mean literally mentally insane. Like one flew over the cuckoo's nest tier bonkers, like medically certified as an insane person. One possible theory as to why he was so batshit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs out of his noggin bonkers was that his brain was literally melting from all the syphilis and other venereal diseases Macias had contracted from his very long career of unprotected sex. This theory was actually noted in 1968, the same year that Macias came to power, by the French Foreign Intelligence Service, basically the stinkier French equivalent to the CIA, who was keeping a very close eye on Macias at this time.
I got my eye on you. Oh my gosh, a jaywalker. Hey!
The French had concluded that Macias was suffering from, quote, numerous mental illnesses, most likely exacerbated by those numerous venereal diseases.
Bruh, so you telling me the French CIA had their own wiki on motherfucker? Oh, that's... Ooh. This should be good. Ease out with the 2. Cheer up with the April's Best Media shares. Is that also on the channel here? Is that also here? Shit. Alright, we might have to check that out at some point.
As well as noting that it definitely was not helped by the fact that Macias was an avid drug user rivaling Kurt Cobain, both Cheech and Chong, and Adam from Psych Substance.
This is the story.
Okay. So we got multiple mental illnesses. We got multiple STDs and drug use amplifying the mental illnesses. Great. Yeah, just put him in charge of a fucking country.
Story of the time
what could possibly go wrong?
While on acid.
Macias' 2 drugs of choice were a form of raw edible marijuana that originates from India called Bang! Sorry if I scared you there. Yeah, it's called Bang! With an H. before the A, and an exclamation mark. Just kidding on that last one. I just really like to scream it. Macias was even more fond of a potent psychedelic herb native to Africa called iboga, which produces strong hallucinations that are often described as, quote, euphoric yet often terrifying near-death experiences. And this dude was just popping that shit like it was
he couldn't put
Iboga
down the cup.
Is actually a really interesting
I can't
substance
put down
in
the
its own
cup.
right.
I
A lot
can't
of people
put down the
ironically use
cup.
it to overcome their own various drug addictions like cocaine and heroin, as it binds to the same receptors and mitigates withdrawal and all kinds of other stuff. It's very unique as far as psychedelics go, as instead of traditional psychs like acid and mushrooms, which produce their effects via serotonin in the brain, iboga actually produces hallucinations via the brain's opioid receptors somehow, something that is only really shared by substances related to salvia. And if you've ever heard or are at all familiar with salvia, yeah, terrifying near-death experiences is a pretty damn accurate description there. I've heard from some people that they literally, like, turned into a rug or a glass of orange juice for, like, 1,000 years and shit. It's wacky. Another
Damn, I hate it when that happens.
reason for Macias' particularly high level of absolute insanity may stem from his, well, I was going to say unique childhood experiences, but they're actually almost exactly the same as Bicassa's in a lot of ways, so let's just say fucking horrific childhood experiences. That's also a pretty apt adjective. So Macias was born as the son of a local witch doctor who had allegedly killed Macias's younger brother as a sacrifice. So yeah, that's
already
that's gotta be
starting
some real
strong.
comforting
Already
behavior
starting
from
strong
old
with the
Pop
crazy.
Pop there. That'll definitely make you think twice about stealing out of the cookie jar, lest daddy decides it's about time to sacrifice another naughty kiddo. Macias wouldn't have to fear being religiously murdered by his devious daddy for too much longer, however, as, again, exactly like Bicassa, Macias personally witnessed his father being regular, non-religiously murdered by Spanish colonial officers in front of his very eyes, and his mother took her own life just a week later. So, literally exactly the same as Bicassa. Same time frame.
Yeah, it's like the mirrors.
It's pretty kooky. Some real foreshadowing.
The
there.
parallels
And
are
again, much like Bicassa,
crazy.
this totally chill act by the Spanish
The
did
parallels
not seem
are
to,
uncanny,
well,
in fact.
at least on the surface, give Macias a seething, unending, rage-fueled revenge drive towards Spain. Although
towards the Spanish,
that might have changed when he actually could, do something about it later. He might have just epically pool sharked the Spanish, just like Papa Doc did to the Haitian people. Man, I am making all kinds of connections right now. This is some top-tier YouTuber shit. Some serious gourmet shit right here. I'm proud.
This is some serious gourmet shit. When you came pulling in here, did you notice a sign out in the front of my house that said...
Speaking of serious YouTuber shit, I just hit 100K recently, by the way.
Good
Got
for
my
you.
stock on the
Good
way.
for you, Necessary.
So thank you guys so f***ing much for that. Not even 2 years since I've started this channel, and you guys already got me verified. I can't tell you.
Damn, I've been doing this since 2021.
How much I love and appreciate every single one of you
Am I
subscribed
slacking?
to my channel.
And
if you're not subscribed, well, fucking do it. Fucking do that. Hit the button. What are you
Fucking
waiting
do
for?
it,
If not, you're dead to
bitch.
me. Thanks for the view, though. At least like the video. That'd be pretty epic as well. Anyway, Macias's awful serial killer.
Well, shit, I'd love to, but the browser,
there, though, as he
the
actually
browser be
barely
crashing.
survived through several bouts of tuberculosis as a young child that almost killed the young lad several times and left him with a profound phobia of death, which kind of ironic, given that he was constantly giving himself near-death experiences with iboga later in life, and also most likely gave him some pretty serious brain damage. Yeah, this guy's brain really just could not catch a break here. I mean, it was already damaged from the bouts of tuberculosis, and then he has to basically turn it into soup from fucking everybody till he...
From salvia. Oh God! Don't give Kanye any ideas. Nobody give Kanye any ideas. We don't.
And then
He's already on the
nitrous.
nitrous. We don't need him on the salvia.
Jeez. So, jumping ahead to his adulthood, much like Bicassa's Central African Republic, Equatorial Guinea before Macias was also a colonial nation, this time being controlled by Spain. But, much like many other African colonies at this time, there was a huge push for independence during the 1960s. By 1968, this push by the locals for independence was basically becoming inevitable, so the Spanish had to start thinking of ways to make the nation independent, but still retain control over their former colony. The solution that they settled on for this was to pick a leader, well, more of a puppet, actually, who had an anus so loose that they could just shove their spicy Spanish hands right up in there and just move his mouth around like they were Jim Henson. Or the Spanish version, I guess, Juan Hensorita? What the hell is the Latin version of Henson? Leave it in the comments, my very few Latino viewers remaining after I repeatedly shat on the Mexican school system in my last CIA video. Didn't know that was going to be so controversial, by the way. Really was not seeing that one coming. Did not...
I know the feel. Like I said, I do not allow discussions about the band Tool in my chat. We've had some very, very deep conversations on some very, like, in-depth topics, but nothing ever got as fucking toxic as when someone brought up fucking Tool. I don't know why. so that is a no-go here. You can say you like or not like Tool in chat, but anything more, you might get a timeout, because I ain't risking that flame war again. I ain't risking the Great Tool Flame War 2. I
not think that Mexican education, not exactly being the pinnacle of scholastic
that was
achievement,
nuts.
would be such a contentious topic, but okay. Yep, I'll take it back. Gonna head back for my astrophysics PhD at the University of Tijuana. I'll be right back, guys. I am really off topic. Holy shit. To everyone thinking during that Pol Pot segment, what kind of a lightning round is this? This is more of a soft rain round, a slow molasses-esque round. Yeah, you. My videos are just 90% tangents at this point, okay? That was the best I could do. So, the Spanish thought to themselves, who do we know that has the loosest anus available? Who is so goddamn mentally unstable that he's basically not even a person at this point? More of just a mech suit for us to shoot our influence out of, like a ranged attack in Mortal Kombat. Who could possibly fit that description?
And there he is! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I get the impression someone about to get what they fucking deserve.
That is correct. The Spanish settled on our lovely main character here, Francisco Macias Nguema, at the time a 44-year-old local mayor of the area, for some ungodly reason, which I actually know for once. It's the same reason that they're promoting him again to the leader of the entire country. He was simply a puppet for the Spanish. And the Spanish actually appeared to have been grooming Macias for this position for quite some time, as his meteoric rise from a humble court interpreter to mayor to leader of the entire goddamn country in less than a calendar year was just...
Yeah, that's quite the speed run.
Just a little impressive for a
that's
quite
the fucking speed run there.
Obviously mentally unstable drug addict. Which, by the way, how the f*** do you even be a court interpreter if you literally can't read or write? What was he just f***ing painting hieroglyphics of the court proceedings? Was he summarizing the events via interpretive dance? What? How the hell do you do that? Just... all the more evidence that he was simply a Spanish industry plant. So now that the colony, creatively dubbed Spanish Guinea, was now the independent nation of Equatorial Guinea, and Macias was now the first leader of the Equato-Guineans, yes, that is actually what they are called, he enthusiastically began doing literally just exactly the opposite of what the Spanish had hoped that he would do, namely listening to anything that they told him to do. Yeah, their whole puppet plan really royally backfired, harder than when I dropped 20K on Dogecoin on May 10th, 2021.
I am never gonna find
Dogecoin.
As it turned out, that Macias asshole was actually much much tighter than anyone could have ever imagined. Virtually impenetrable, even. Like you'd need like a fracking machine. And even then, it's quite the toss-up. You sure would extract a lot of natural gas out of that, though, so it might be worth a shot. Soon after taking power, Macias visited a coastal town on his newly independent nation and saw a horrific sight. Spanish flags still flying over his new, rightfully earned country. I mean, Macias...
That he just got that weekend.
Spent a long time
for
being
Christmas.
An insane illiterate puppet for the Spanish to earn this shit, and they're still flying flags over it? No. Unacceptable. Macias immediately took this as an immense personal slight against him.
Oh my god, memory unlocked. I remember these Ronald McDonald videos.
And responded with an order as level-headed, compassionate, and well thought out as a revenge tweet from Donald Trump, telling all of the locals to literally hunt down and murder any Spanish inhabitants in sight, like they were black dogs in Haiti. In addition, all radio stations in the country were soon ordered to begin daily broadcasts of vehement anti-Spanish rhetoric to really cement the nation's hatred toward their former European overlords. So, yeah. Like I said, massive backfire.
Yeah, that went real
Mr.
well.
Country of Spain.
That went real fucking well.
Macias actually went to Spain, very ballsy move there, to give an impassioned speech. Now, this speech was not to apologize or even to rage against his former colonial masters. Macias instead, for some unknown reason, launched into a lively defense of the skinny mustached man himself, saying that H to the I to the Adolf Hitler was actually the, quote, savior of Africa, and that Macias himself was a, quote, Hitlerian Marxist. Whatever the hell that means. Now, clearly the CIA didn't hear this speech of his, as Macias' head didn't mysteriously explode as soon as he described himself as any kind of Marxist, Hitlerian or otherwise, and Macias returned to Guinea thoroughly unassassinated to engage in the typical maniacal dictator starting maneuvers. Macias swiftly rounded up his political rivals and the former figureheads of the country before torturing and executing them in some very almost impressively creative ways that we will get into in a minute, as well as killing 10 of the 12 government ministers in the country and replacing them with members of his own family. He also made his nephews the head of the military, as well as basically every other facet of government, and also, been saying this a lot,
none of whom had
keep hearing
experience, I would
for
imagine.
some strange, unknown reason, he promoted a former football star to the nation's head of medicine, despite having no previous medical experience to speak of.
I mean, he can ice a torn ACL. He can ice a torn ACL like it's nothing. Okay? That's experience. Okay? I'm just saying.
Besides, I assume maybe some treatment for multiple concussions. Although, I guess football in this instant probably means soccer, since they're in not America land. So maybe treatment for faked injuries to get the other team a yellow card, I guess. I don't know. I'm American. I've literally never seen a soccer ball, only burger and machine gun with cheese. So, moving on to the creative methods that he used to eliminate these undesirable elements, in something very appropriately named the Christmas Incident in 1969, Macias decided to have a red Christmas, let's say, by, you know what, let's do this shit second person. That sounds fun. You find yourself in the unenviable position of being someone Macias does not particularly enjoy. It's Christmas Day, you're hanging out with the fam, eating cookies and opening your presents, when some of Macias's goons bust down your door and proceed to violently kidnap you. When the sack is finally
All right, so that's the setting. Not
moved
pleasant,
from your
not
head
pleasant.
hours later, and your eyes adjust from suddenly being thrust into the bright African sun, you find yourself kneeling along with 185 other people that Macias has some kind of grudge against in the country's national football stadium, with only one sole member of the audience sitting high up in the bleachers, Francisco Macias Nguema. I know. Not exactly the holiday celebration that you were hoping for this year. Now, this next part is going to sound completely made up, but I swear to God, this is exactly what happened, okay? Suddenly, over the massive stadium speaker system, Macias starts blaring "Those Were the Days" by Mary Hopkin on loop, and dozens of men with machine guns, all literally dressed up as Santa Claus, rush through the stadium doors into the field and just start shooting, as Macias sits in the stands, laughing, clapping, and singing.
This sounds like something from a movie. This is some Metal Gear Solid 4 shit. What? What? What the fuck is it? Bruh. What the fuck is wrong with these people, chat? What the fuck is wrong with these dictators? Fumbled Flowery with the 2. Hi Club Doom. What's the deal with airline food? I don't know. I never really minded airline food. I remember last time I flew Delta, they had these dope, bussin', amazing gingerbread cookies. Them Jones slap. I couldn't get enough of them.
Along to "Those Were the Days." Very creepy image. By the time all the Santas ran out of bullets, 150 of your Macias-hated comrades were slumped on the ground dead. But hey, you're one of those lucky 36 still alive. Look at you go, beating the odds. You might want to consider investing in a lottery ticket or something with that kind of luck. So Macias, naturally being such a kind fellow, then takes pity on those of his enemies still left alive and lets you go unharmed to enjoy the rest of your Christmas and develop some pretty severe PTSD. Nope. Just kidding. Psych, you thought. Might want to reconsider that lottery ticket, bud, because you're about to really wish Santa had shot you. See, you're one of the special ones. The ones Macias really hated, and he has something special in store for you. The dozens of Santas drop their guns and pick up some shovels. They then start digging holes just big enough to bury you and the 35 other remaining rivals up to your neck in the sandy stadium floor. Which, yeah, sounds fun, right? Beach day, you know, fun in the sun. No. Wrong! Everyone then just leaves after a while, leaving the 36 of you perilously paralyzed up to your neck in the earth, when after a couple hours, you notice a bite of some kind, and then another, and another, and then tens of thousands of others. Turns out Macias had actually had you buried near an enormous colony of red army ants, which then slowly consume you and the rest of your compatriots alive over the next several days. So, yeah, that was the Christmas incident. I hope you had fun, because I assume that's going to be a pain in the ass to edit. Please like and subscribe. And these rivals are not the only people who Macias had killed in bizarre ways. Once, when one of his government ministers gave Macias a report with a projection that he didn't particularly like, Macias naturally had him dismembered to, in his own words, help him learn how to count. Macias also had a particular penchant for killing the former boyfriends of his very numerous concubines.
Of all the boyfriend-free girls that he wanted. I mean, they boyfriend-free if you just get rid of the boyfriend.
And even the husbands of women that he hadn't yet slept with, but that he just really wanted to. Macias quickly found that having his own family holding every position of government around him was just a bit too impersonal for his tastes, and, just like Bokassa, declared himself president for life, ripped up the country's constitution, and promptly gave himself power over every aspect of the nation's military and government. Macias then decided to go on a bit of an epic spending spree, and by 1976, he had so thoroughly plundered the country of all of its public funds that literally every department of government in the entire country was bled dry of all of its money, non-functional, abandoned, and derelict. This same year, 1976, Macias had the leader...
Do we get his comeuppance after that?
...of the country's central bank executed. Not by Santa Claus this time, surprisingly. And then quickly transferred all of the nation's remaining funds into his own pockets. Well, not actually his pockets. No, that it was like hundreds of millions of dollars. That would be much too insecure. Macias instead took all of the nation's wealth in cash and kept it under his fucking mattress like he was Mr. Krabs.
What? Haven't you heard of a bank?
Ever heard of a bank?
No! Obviously, there's only so much cash that you can shove under a mattress.
That's queer.
So Macias solved this particular problem by putting all of the remaining cash into suitcases and then burying them haphazardly in shallow holes he had dug around his palace, or, when he was feeling particularly lazy, just f***ing throwing them into some bushes where they sat for years, much of it literally just rotting away from being exposed to the elements. Something else that Macias had in great quantities at his palace was Western medicine, which wouldn't be particularly strange if not for the fact that Macias had actually already banned all Western medicine in the country by this point.
Oh yeah,
declaring it
ban all the
un-African
Western
and
medicine
forcing the
except
rest of his
for
nation
himself.
to return to traditional witch doctor practices of healing. Except, again, for himself, who, I assume as a drug addict,
Rules
was
for
probably
thee,
having a
not
fucking
for
field
me.
day with the country's entire supply of pills. Honestly, probably the main reason he banned it, just so he could take all of it for himself.
Yeah, just
Dude
so
was
he
probably
had it.
sipping more lean than Kodak
So,
Black,
yeah,
bro.
we
Dude
just
was popping
confiscating
perks
it.
like he was BoJack Horseman. And Western medicine was not the only thing that Macias was keen on banning in his country, however. No, Prohibition appeared to be this man's middle name. Actually, no, his middle name was Macias. But he liked banning things, okay? Cut me a break. In 1974, Macias banned formal education entirely and closed down all of the nation's schools. In 1975, he banned Christianity, which makes his whole murderous Santa Claus thing even more interesting. And he had all of the churches boarded up and all of the nation's priests deported or killed. He also banned just using the word intellectual and started going on a bit of a killing spree of all of the nation's, well, you couldn't call them intellectuals, nerds, I guess. He started
All the
killing all of
nerds.
the country's nerds. As well as all of its skilled workers, with the few that he wasn't able to murder then promptly fleeing the country, leading to what other foreign nerds dubbed a brain drain and intentional and deliberate cultural regression. So, can you see where the whole Pol Pot analogy is coming from here? So, with the country's economy clearly booming here, which in this case, I mean literally exploding into a cloud of nonsense, Macias decided to then make the very fiscally responsible move and literally reinstate slavery in the country. All of this nonsense then led to tens of thousands of Equatoguineans fleeing the country as they weren't too keen on, being enslaved, mostly. And to prevent this
tends to
white
happen.
flight, or I guess black retract of all of his nation's innocent civilians, Macias had the only road leading out of the country lined with mines, had all of the land borders of the nation booby-trapped with spikes, and patrolled by his militia 24/7. And he also banned the use of boats to prevent those attempting to pull a Jack Sparrow and make a nautically based escape. He was so committed to this particular boat ban, in fact, that he actually burned the country's entire fleet of fishing boats just so they couldn't be used to flee this hellhole. So, by literally turning his country into pretty much an open-air prison during his rule, Macias earned Equatorial Guinea the new nickname of the Dachau of Africa, after, of course, the notorious camp from the 40s for people who needed to focus better. Wow, that's a terrible joke.
Yeah, that's boo.
Okay, it is a pretty good...
Bad joke. Sweet Matty G with the 20. A funny thing about Pol Pot, he tried to invade Vietnam to restore the borders of the ancient Khmer Empire with an army of people with farm tools against battle-hardened, high off of victory against the U.S. Vietnamese soldiers. Oh, I'm sure that went great. Especially if it's Vietnam. I don't know. Vietnam. What's Vietnam's fucking score at this point? Every time I hear about Vietnam, it's about how, some country tried to invade, whether it was the U.S. or Pol Pot from Cambodia here or China or whatever, and it's always the same shit. What are you doing in my swamp? Proceeds to beat their ass and run them out.
Good joke, concentration, and all solid delivery. Just, like I said, I don't know who the hell is still letting me write my own scripts over here, okay? I'm like a typical Delaware citizen with a prescription pad right now. I'm just writing bad scripts all day long. During all of this crazy bullshit, the country's supply of lubricant had apparently run low.
Oh no! Diddy with the baby oil. All the lubricant ran out. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the implications of that. Oh, no, bruh.
And I don't mean like Astroglide, I mean like industrial lubricant. So Macias decided that it was just unnecessary to use, banning its use entirely in the nation's Malibu power station and telling its workers that he could keep the place going solely using his, quote, witch doctor powers. Yeah, so it straight up exploded a couple of days after that. Yeah, turns out the only people who can actually use their witch doctor powers to make lubricant unnecessary is indeed the human woman. Macias had also begun to give himself all kinds of special titles to boost his already critical mass level ego, including the unique miracle and the great maestro of education, science, and culture. Which, fucking, what? He literally banned education entirely. That, what?
Yeah, how you about to have a Department of Education when you banned the shit? Dummy. Small corner with the two. Yo, sorry for missing your stream. See you Friday. Hey, yo, I'll make sure to have that caddy shit ready for Friday.
This guy was insane. Okay, this guy.
You have a good one, bro.
He
You have a
also
good week.
altered the official motto of Equatorial Guinea to "There is no other god than Macias." So that's chill. And I mean, technically correct, since he did ban religion. So that might be accurate, legally speaking. By 1977, the whole country, much like your mother, was looking pretty goddamn rough, with the capital city all but abandoned, all government buildings in shambles, no functional public facilities, and not even any electricity, on account of the whole power plants exploding because no lube and not enough witch doctor powers thing. I mean, the whole place basically just looked like the beginning of Fallout 3 here, and the economy was even more non-existent than it previously was, with no money and no agreed-upon informal currency like bottle caps. The only trade going on inside the country at this point was running off the barter system. Shit was literally medieval, my man. And where exactly was Macias during all of this? Well, he was holed off, isolated in his own personal palace, slowly losing his mind. Well, when he wasn't kidnapping the few remaining foreign nationals too stupid or unlucky to find themselves still in the country in order to try and ransom them off to their home countries for a much-needed cash influx, that is. So, as previously mentioned, at this point, Macias was basically a hermit and was on a sharp mental decline from his already well below sea level mental state. He had always had a habit of talking and muttering to himself, but now he was apparently going deaf, so he took to just straight up screaming at himself instead. The rare times that Macias was seen...
Oh, God. I remember. I won't get into too much detail, but I distinctly remember one bowl back in college. Yeah, he would hit up the commuter's lounge and just scream at his reflection in the soda machine. It was off-putting at first, but like after like after like semesters of the shit, we just got used to it. It was like, oh, okay, just guys, get your headphones on. Bro about to scream at his reflection in the soda machine.
By others, he was often observed not only to talk, or I guess scream, to himself, but also to people that weren't even there, many of which were already dead, and many of those Macias had already personally had executed himself. And Macias not only screamed to people that weren't real, but also threw lavish feasts and banquets with the country's paltry remaining funds for guests that, again, just did not exist.
That just weren't there.
Totalitarian version of an 8-year-old having a tea party with her squishmallows. Macias had also collected quite the array of human skulls at this point from his frequent murderous rampages of rivals, intellectuals, and just people that looked at him funny. And he would talk to these skulls at length very regularly, like they, again, up totalitarian version of Tom Hanks in Castaway, often arranging them around himself by the campfire at night and discussing state policy with them. Hey, Mr. Skull, should I kill the leader of the National Bank today and steal all the country's money? Wow, that sounds like a great idea, Macias. You're looking awful sexy and breedable today, by the way. Thanks, Mr. Skull. Hey, Mrs. Skull, I'm thinking about reinstating slavery. You have any thoughts on that? Well, I mean, that actually sounds pretty fucked up, man. I mean, the arc of history is long, but it bends towards justice, you know, and this really just seems like a major regression, not only for yourself and your nation, but for your entire ethnic group and humanity as a whole.
She's uninvited.
Mr. Skull, you have the floor. Oh, that sounds tight, dude. Rock on. But apparently, his trusted bony buddies here neglected to remind Macias to do, I mean, basically the one and only thing you have to remember to do to keep power as an African dictator: pay your goddamn soldiers. And this little lapse in judgment would end up being Macias's final downfall. At some point in 1979, the National Guard requested...
The Santas came for him. The Santas was like, yo, you ain't paying your Santas, you on the naughty list, playboy. You on the naughty list, playboy.
Money for Macias to pay his militia, and instead of expending the calories required to dig up his rotting suitcase money buried in the yard, Macias decided that it would be way easier to just kill everyone asking him for money instead, including his own nephew, which, yeah, problem solved, right? I mean, life gives you lemons, you kill all the lemons in their families, right? It's simple economics.
When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back. Get mad. I don't want your damn lemons. What am I supposed to do with these? Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemons.
With the lemons.
I'm gonna get my engineers to invent a combustible lemon that burns your house down.
I love this meme.
Other nephew,
I forgot about the
seeing
combustible
that Macias
lemons.
was clearly not above, you know, killing his nephews for trying to perform essential financial functions, decided that he had to do something about this, rallied a bunch of the military, who at this point were pretty fucking tired of having an insane person leading / not paying them, and arranged a coup, storming the nation's capital and seizing power over the country. This was, as far as coups go, comparatively quite easy, as Macias hadn't actually set foot in the nation's capital in years, preferring to hole up talking to skulls and gooning in his private palace. And when he was told that this coup was going down, he quickly dug up most of the suitcases full of the country's stolen cash and started frantically throwing them in his car. When the car was completely Tetris to the brim, full of rotting cash, and could not physically fit anymore, Macias had the rest of the money, about $100 million worth, burned as just a final
just
to
to
his
be a
entire
dick.
nation before fleeing into the African jungle. He apparently didn't flee very well, though, as he was rounded up just days later and hauled into the capital to face some serious comeuppance. Macias was swiftly put on trial for murder, torture, treason, embezzlement, and literal
And he ran a red light. He ran a red light during his escape.
genocide.
I'll fucking do it again.
And the verdict, just like me and your mother, came quick, and it came hard, with the court sentencing Macias to death. Macias, however, furious and insane, publicly vowed in a rage that he would use his magical crazy person powers that made that power plant
Crazy
explode
person
to return
powers is
from the
awesome.
dead and haunt anyone that had the cojones to actually kill him. This then led to a very interesting situation where Macias was indeed sentenced to be executed, but literally no one in the country could be found that was actually willing to kill the guy. Eventually, 6 foreign soldiers were brought in to do the deed, who proceeded, much like an American police officer with an unarmed black teenager, to shoot him 101 separate times, just to really make sure that he was dead enough to not haunt anyone involved afterward. Because Swiss cheese can only haunt your bowel movements, kids. There's just too many holes. Again, just like your mother. So, at the time that this f***ing maniacal, insane asshole took power, 220,000 people were living in Equatorial Guinea. And by the time that he was finished, there were roughly only 20,000 people left, with an estimated 50 to 80,000 being directly killed
life is
and
fucking
125,000 successfully fleeing the country. So, in other terms, by the end, Macias's rule had left the country with a population decrease 2 to 3 times higher than the fucking bubonic plague. Yep. That's right, baby. There's a new Black Death in town, and his name is Francisco Macias Nguema. All right, another big one, folks. Wow.
All right, and that's enough dictators, at least for now. That got a little too crazy for me. Oh, rest in shit. God damn. Can only take so much concentrated stupid. Cash the Wisconsinite with 5. As someone who loves history, I'm glad to see you watching some videos on some lesser known horrible figures in history. I mean, someone said dictators were basically the lolcows of the political world. And they were right. I still can't get that image of Gaddafi in a fucking hockey jersey out of my head. It's so funny. It looked like something out of an Adam Sandler movie. It's like, oh man, our lead player who's so good, he broke his ankle. Oh, who do we have left? Oh, how about this old wrinkly fart who's like the dictator of some random African country? I love it. I love it. Probably. You got a point. You got a point. Alright. But we on 2 hours. That's enough for this week, chat. I'll catch you Friday. If you're new here, I stream every Friday through Monday, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard. Sometimes we play video games. Sometimes we watch weird, funny YouTube content. Sometimes we just shoot the shit about video games and music. And at some point, I'm going to start doing music creation streams. We got to remake Graduation, chat. Like I said. So when I get canceled, y'all can say, but he remade Graduation. Yeah, we got to do it. All right. So we might start doing that sooner rather than later. I'll catch y'all later, chat. Y'all the goats. I appreciate y'all heavy for showing up, just keeping the vibes good and laughing with me at all the weird shit in this very, very, very strange life. All right, catch you later. Sweet nectar.